Hello, namaste, annyeonghaseyo everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So guys, this video is going to be about GKS 2025 guidelines. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain the guidelines, what are the new changes and everything, and I'm gonna let you know the important documents that you need to prepare for the GKS 2025 graduate program. And as soon as I started to record this video, it's snowing in Korea. It's snowing a lot. Let me show it to you. Can you see the snow? And there's like literally sunlight and it's snowing. And the forecast says that the snow will continue for 3 hours straight. So without further ado, let's get started. So if you go ahead and check out the document that is released by the NEED for graduate GKS 2025 program, you're going to see the degree programs and their periods mentioned already. You're going to see the quotas there as well for each country. So you can check all of those things in there already written in that document. Now, the first thing I want to talk about here is the available universities and their types. So if you see, there are two types of universities in GKS, type A and type B. So what's the basic difference between type A and type B universities is that type A universities are the universities that are in Seoul, and type B universities are the universities that are outside of Seoul. That's the only difference between these universities. A lot of people might get confused between these two type of universities as by their rankings. They're not differentiated by their rankings. They're just differentiated basis on if they are in Seoul or outside of the Seoul. So if you want to apply for a university that is in Seoul, you can select a type A, but if not, if it's outside Seoul, you have to select the type B university. Even the type B universities are extremely good. Some of them are very famous. It's just that they are not in Seoul. So you can check the whole list of the universities there. What I would recommend you to select a university is just go ahead, select, like read the whole list and tick mark the universities that you want to go ahead with, and check them on Google. Check their rankings, check if they offer the course that you want to do and stuff, and then make a decision whether you would like to go in that university or not. Just do not rely on type A universities. Do select type B universities as well, as the competition is somewhat low in type B universities, and also some universities are actually very good in type B than the universities in Seoul. So please do consider the type B universities as well. Now, if I talk about the programs that GKS offers, so it comes in 3 programs: general category, RGKS, and research category. Now, general category is of course wherein you can apply for both type A and type B universities. I applied through general category, but then there is a research program and there is a RGKS program. Now, a lot of people do get confused between RGKS and research and think that they're the same thing, but no, these are the two different things. So research is of course because they want people to come in Korea to do the research and development jobs or courses. So if you are from that background, then only go with the research and development program. However, RGKS stands for regional GKS. Now, regional GKS means that they want to promote the regional universities that are outside of Seoul. So in other words, you can also say the universities that come in type B, that are regional universities, not in Seoul. Good universities, they want to promote those universities because a lot of international students just want to go to Seoul, but they want a regional development as well. So if you want to apply for type B universities, you can apply under RGKS. So regional GKS and research GKS are two different things. One more thing to keep in mind while applying for our GKS program make sure that you are applying only through university track. If you want to apply through embassy track, then you are going to be applying through either the general category or the research GKS. After that, the quota for embassy track in India is the same, almost same as last one. It was 24 last time, this time it's 25. And for the university track, the quota is, I think, somewhat get a little less this time. It's 44. So please keep in mind the competition is very high in GKS. Make sure your documents and your background and your personal statements and study plan are like very well written. Now, what are the eligibility criteria? Now, second point is here, what are the eligibility criteria? Now, the eligibility criteria for GKS are very simple. They give you a list of things, but it doesn't really matter because one of the points is you have to be below 40 years of age. Obviously, if somebody is applying for masters, most commonly they are below 40 years. So the main points that you have to keep in mind is one, that you are a citizen of countries that they mention in their list. So the quota list that you have to go ahead and look at, make sure your country is in there. Obviously, only then you can apply. So the most important criteria for GKS is, of course, you need to have 80% marks in your previous studies. So for GKS graduate, you need to get 80% marks in your undergraduation. Or if you do not have 80% in your undergraduation, then you need to submit an additional document stating that you are under the top 20% of the students who got the highest marks in your class. So let's say, for an example, if your university does not give above 80% to anyone in your class, so you can just go ahead and ask them to provide you with a certificate stating that you're among those top 20 students, and you can get it signed by the HOD or with stamp. Of course, stamp is important to make sure that your document is authentic. So you need to submit that document and you can apply for the GKS. Other than that, there's no such criteria that you need to have. Of course, you need to have an undergraduation degree. If you do not have a degree, you can use the provisional certificate as well. Now, apart from this, you have to either have a topic or IELTS, and this is not necessary at all. It's just a additional document that if you want, you can definitely go ahead and submit a IELTS certificate or topic certificate if you have any. If no, then it's completely fine. You can still apply for GKS scholarship. Now, coming to other things, of course. Now, one thing that I would like to say here is, of course, you can apply for GKS if you meet the two major requirements from GKS. However, you need to go ahead and check the requirements of the universities as well that you want to apply for. So for an example, I applied for Sangin University for my MBA program. So I need to go ahead and check the individual universities' websites for the requirements. And as expected, they wanted a compulsory 2 years of experience for the MBA program. If not, then I cannot apply to Sangin University even through GKS because they are not going to accept my application because I do not meet their basic requirement of 2 years of experience. So please go ahead and check the requirements of individual universities as well. Now here comes the most important topic, that is the documents that you need to submit. Now in this video, I'm just going to list the documents, and in another video, I'm going to explain the documents in a little bit detail, that if you do not have a particular document, then what you can do and stuff like that. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and list all the documents here for you as well that are necessary. So the first important document is, of course, the application form. You need to go ahead and download the application form from the website. fill it out and get a printout of it, and then submit the application form. And the second and one of the most important documents is your study plan and your personal statement. Please write your personal statement and study plan in the best possible manner, because as per me, it's my personal opinion that almost 60 to 70% of your GK scholarship depends on your study plan, your personal statement, and your LOR. So the 4 documents are, of course, application form, study plan, your statement of purpose, and your LOR. Apart from that, for the master's degree, you do not really need any of the documents like necessarily, except for form 8, that is the GKS applicant agreement, wherein they're just going to, you need to take and sign at the end of the page, wherein you just need to agree to their policies stating that you agree to for need to use your personal information. That's it. And the other form that is required is form 9, personal medical assessment. So you need to tick mark few symptoms if you have any. If you don't, just tick on no and then sign it at the end, just to make sure that you're in healthy position, and to make sure that you're completely fine before coming to Korea. Now here comes the documents that are required to prove your academics, and also these documents needs to be apostilled. So please make a note of these documents. Any other document till now that I mentioned, there is no need to apostille them, but these documents needs to be apostilled. So the first things first, your birth certificate to prove your relationship with your parents. It is one of the necessity documents that you require. If you do not have a birth certificate, then you can provide them with a certificate of relationship. That is, you have to go or maybe apply for that certificate. I'm not sure about that process, but you need to get that certificate if you don't have a birth certificate, and that has to be issued by the government of India. And if you do not have the certificate of relationship, then of course birth certificate, either one of them is required. Apart from this, your graduation degree is required. To apply, if you do not have a degree, then for now you can use a provisional certificate. However, your provisional certificate has to mention expected date of graduation of yours. If it doesn't say any expected date of your graduation, then you cannot use that provisional certificate as well. So let's say you have a provisional certificate but it doesn't say an expected date of graduation, then please reach out to your college and ask them to provide you with a certificate, a separate certificate stating expected date of your graduation. Get it signed and sealed. So degree, if not degree, then provisional certificate with expected date of graduation. Apart from that, you need your bachelor's transcript as well. If you are in your final semester right now, and if you don't have a for all these semesters you do not have a transcript, then you have to provide a transcript till your last semester. So let's say you're in 6th semester, then you have to provide a transcript till 5th semester, and for the 6th one you have to send the transcript for 6th semester to need by 31st July. If you do not do that, your GK scholarship, even if you get selected, your GK scholarship would be withdrawn. Now apart from this, there is actually no document that is required for you to get it apostilled, but of course your family documents also required. So your family documents, as in your parents' passport or any ID that is issued by government. Please do not apply with Aadhaar card. Not for you, not for your parents. I would not recommend you doing that. You can use your parents' voter ID card, or you can use your parents' passport copies. Please only stick to these documents. These are the documents that I used, and I'm here in Korea. I would not recommend you submitting Aadhaar card specifically. Please do not do that. Then there are other documents as well that you can apply for, but they're optional, of course. So you can apply with, oh my god, just let me show it to you guys. Okay, coming back to the topic. So you can also submit some of the additional documents that are not necessary. So you can submit either IELTS score or your topic score as well. Again, these are not necessary. If you provide a topic score or a IELTS score, it's going to add some additional points to your application. Other than that, of course, your certificates, your extracurricular certificates, or anything that you want to submit, you have to submit it in additional documents. And then of course your passport copy is also additional if you want to submit it. Now, to submit your documents, I also get this question a lot, that if we have to submit the document, then do we have to submit the document like 4 times, or do we have to get the documents apostille 4 times? So no, nothing like that. What you need to do is, if you want to apply for the embassy track, then you have to prepare one set of documents original. So your LOR have to be original, your apostille documents have to be original in this file. Then you need to take this file and make a photocopy of these documents. So 3 copies. So for University 1, University 2 and University 3. So original documents, University 1 documents, University 2 documents and University 3 documents. So this set has to be photocopied from this original set. I hope this clears the doubt. You do not have to apostille the documents 4 times. Now, apart from all of this, there is not such a very necessary thing that you have to do. Of course, I would recommend you to first go ahead and make sure that you have your study plan, personal statement, your LOR, your transcript, your degree, your parents' ID and your birth certificate or certificate of relationship completed. Once you complete all the documents, then I would suggest you to go ahead and wait, because I don't think Indian Embassy announced the deadlines yet. So once the Indian Embassy announces the deadline, you can go ahead and submit the documents, but take this time as additional time to prepare your documents. Apart from all of this, you actually need to go ahead and read the guideline very thoroughly. Do not leave anything out, because every line contains a piece of information and I cannot explain each and everything in my videos. So please do not rely on me, on any other YouTuber or on anyone. Please, if you want GKS, you have to do a little bit of hard work. You need to read all the guidelines very thoroughly. So apart from all of this, there's actually not a very important information that I need to give in my video. As I already mentioned, you do need to go ahead and read the guidelines. You have to go ahead and take a look at it. There's a lot of information that you can find and understand in the guidelines itself. The things that are most confusing for people, I have already explained them already. For the next video, I'm going to explain you what you can do if you do not really have the important documents and what are the solution for your questions as well. So please go ahead, check out the guidelines, prepare your documents, write your personal statement and study plan as nicely, and you know, the structure has to be good in the best possible manner you can. Get your LOR done from someone who actually knows you and is ready to give you a good recommendation, and prepare your documents and then submit them and leave it. Just forget about it. Trust me, if your documents are complete and if your profile is good, you are going to get the GKS. So just relax, do not stress about it. Just prepare your documents and submit them once the deadline comes out, and I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to explain the document.